we have Professor Pauline Mosely, and the professor works at PACE, is very, very dedicated, and she's also a member of our newly formed Greenburgh Technology Committee, and they're reviewing websites and trying to come up with innovative ideas that could bring the town into the 21st century before it ends, right?
That is correct, yes. Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And thank you so much, Mr. Paul Feiner, for inviting me to the town meeting to share a little bit of what we're doing at Pace University, to hope with the intent of having more people within Greenburgh be a part of this wonderful event. So, to give you a little bit of background, what you see up here is a website that is called Gen Cyber, a camp for high school students. And Gen Cyber is an organization that has a mission, and their mission is trying to engage more students into the field of cybersecurity. So I was very fortunate this year to receive a grant. You had to write a grant from the National Science Foundation and also the National Security Agency, and the university, and I was awarded $67,000 to run a one-week cybersecurity camp with the intent of, it's actually twofold. One, it's really what we call a restorative initiative to address the STEM pipeline crisis. As we all know, there is a STEM pipeline crisis. Less than 1.7% of minorities and young women comprise our science, technology, engineering, and math. So it is a serious issue. And so Gen Cyber, for that matter, came up with funding to try to address this. So that's the nature of this wonderful camp. This is a free camp. It's housed at Pace on Pleasantville. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. I'm going to end with the video. We partner with the U.S. Navy, which is very exciting. On Pace Pleasantville, we have a choke pond, so it gives us the ability to create what we call water robotics. And the students actually make these water robots using PVC pipe. We do soldering, we create batteries, and then we layer the robotic water system, which is called Sea Perch, which is endorsed by the U.S. Navy. We layer that with functionality. And one of the functionalities we use is an underwater camera. And we use the underwater camera for the students to detect hidden codes. Because cryptography is the study of hidden language. It's like when we were children and you made messages and you passed messages in class with your Pig Latin and you didn't want anyone to know what you were saying. But we go much further with the art of cryptography. So we teach the students how to communicate through a hidden form. And when the codes are what we call encrypted on the mothership, which we put out in our pond, the functionality of the camera on top of the rove is what the students have to then capture those codes and then learn how to decipher those codes, crack the codes, and it's very, very, very exciting. So this is a free camp. It runs from July 30th to August 3rd, and it runs for 1 week from 8:30 to 3:30, and we give the children, the high school students, a hot, full breakfast. They get snacks, they get lunch, there's time to play, and they get to interact and socialize with other high school students throughout the Westchester area. Now this year we're doing something also exciting, and up on the website you'll see the cost is free. All you need is a transcript. Just go back to what you need to apply. That's the program. You just need a transcript, a letter of recommendation, your immunization shots, and you can send it directly to Camp Cyber. I'm the director of the program, or you can send it directly to me, which is p.mosley@pace.edu. And we have a committee that will look at it. We have 30 seats, and right now we're still accepting applications, so I hope you will please spread the word to anyone that you know that might be interested in the art of cryptography. It really is a lot of fun. So what I'd like to do is show you a clip of, this is what we ran last year, just so you can see the excitement. We were actually featured on the Low HUD News because of the wonderful excitement and energy and synergy that this program raised. And like I said, the objective of this program is really for high school students to bring about STEM interest, STEM awareness, to really increase self-efficacy, which is so important, especially for young women, in order to be sustainable in the pipeline, because so many get into science in 9th grade and then they drop out. So this program is really trying to address what we call self-efficacy issues and confidence issues, and expose them to the real array of cybersecurity careers, and also give them mentorship as they go throughout their high school experience. So I'm going to just show this video.
Scores of students arrived for orientation on the Pace University campus. Some super cyber sleuthing was taking place at Conroe.
The mothership has some codes, and the codes are encrypted. And the objective is for the mission seekers to submerge at the correct buoyancy and be able to find that code and then be able to decipher that code. The design of them different from what the secret design normally is. We gave them the opportunity to present their own design. We gave them an idea of what the challenge would be, and also they have to incorporate the weight of their cameras, which they would need underwater to see the codes.
I love that it's so hands-on. It really allows students to explore different concepts in engineering, for example, like hydrodynamics, electricity circuits.
We're very, very excited to have been awarded this grant by Gen Cyber, which allows us to expose high school students to cybersecurity and Seaperch, which is an underwater robotics system.
We thought our pink one would be the most important one because, it has forks on it and tangles up most of the wires. But this one here, this is our baby, this is our prodigy. And the yellow one was the most hardest to really get off the mothership, yeah.
High school teachers come all over from 10 different states, and they learn about cybersecurity concepts, and they learn about how to incorporate cybersecurity concepts into their lesson plan. So when they go back to their school, they will be able to teach their students about different things related to cybersecurity.
That's just to have them race across the pond, do different challenges, and they have to compete against each other to win one of the prizes that we're offering.
It's a program that allows students to apply cybersecurity concepts to a Seaperch, a robot, almost as if we're creating almost like an aqua cyber world.
30 kids from 5 different states come together that didn't know each other on Monday, and they came together to build these robots and work as a team. It was just incredible.
I would definitely suggest being involved in programs like this with Gen Cyber because it's such a great way to shed a positive light onto the STEM field, see all the potential possibilities, especially for young women.
It creates a linkage between Pace University and high schools, and that's another goal, objective of this grant, is to really create what I'd like to call a cybersecurity corridor, where high school students can learn or be exposed about cybersecurity in their high school, and then come to Pace University and continue this passion, this yearning to be a cyber expert in the field.
If you were to join a program like this, it'll help you get more, better team working skills, and that's a huge plus in the working force. It'll help you learn about robots if you're into technology and stuff like that. And even if you don't like robots, it's always great to have the accomplishment of building something. Because humans always want to build something, build a relationship, build a robot. So, yeah, there's that.
Reporting from Pleasantville, Jay Burton.
Okay, the last thing I want to end with, because we're also layering, We're layering this year, that was in 2016, so this year we're layering the water robotics system with drones. And we're going to be using drones to take pictures and also to teach more detailed encryption and cryptography. So I promised Mr. Paul Feiner that he would fly a drone, so I brought one from the university just to show you how easy this is. This is by Parrot Education. This costs right out of the box. It's $175. We'll be using different types, but I bought a small one because this one we can actually fly inside.
I practically can't even drive a car, so.
He gave it to the wrong.
So this is going to take this off, and this is going to move it forward and back, and this is out. So let's take off.
Hold on, can we leave the room, please?
There you go. Now press it, and teacher can get it to go all the way down. These are some of the challenges you do. There you go.
Are we insured for this, Paul?
If you press the A, I think I have it frozen in. I choose to make a flip. If you press the A. Take off here. It's very resilient. Just press the take off in the middle.
There it goes.
We'll find out what Murray's thinking.
He wants to have a safety jacket on.
Oh, is this amazing?
Yes. It has 8 minutes of flight time. And there is an actual camera and video underneath, so if you press one of the buttons, if you press one of these, this would actually take a picture, and then using a USB port, you can hook it up and,
Oh, this is great.
yeah, blow up
All right,
the...
so Paul, just bring it back and land it right in front of you.
Yeah.
So how do you know what your target is if you're taking a picture? You have to hover over it. If this becomes, yes, it is. So we use this to teach and talk about privacy issues. We fly them up high, we go out and we take pictures and
The drones are amazing. Captain Brian Ryan's here at the police department has drones.
Right.
So they're very instrumental in helping out investigations.
Absolutely, so that's what we're using for terms of cybersecurity.
Do you think that government should be regulating drones? You know, and basically, do you think there should be a policy in terms of what's, limiting the drone? Do you feel this is going to be an issue coming up?
I do, because I actually sat down, I went to Baltimore 2 years ago with another grant, because Baltimore has very high crime rate, and they actually use drones, just like you said, for crime. So I think it does need to be regulated, because so many people are using it. Just like the computer, when the computer first came out, we really didn't have, there was a lot of computer crime, we really didn't have laws, we didn't really have rules, we didn't have guidelines. So as more and more emerging technology becomes affordable for the average consumer, the worldwide consortium, we need to take a look at creating laws and guidelines and policies and procedures. Even for the parks here in Westchester, there should be like an area where there's like a no zone for drones, because if people are just going to the parks with their family to relax, you really don't want a drone coming over you without your consent, taking pictures and video. But right now, there really are no laws or rules or guidelines in place. So it is an issue, something for us to think about.
And also, there's flights near airports.
Exactly.
It could be dangerous.
Exactly.
This is really great.
Well,
We're
thank
so
you so
lucky to
much.
have you on the technology committee. And
I'm
you're a
very
real
happy to
asset
be a
the town.
part.
Great.
And yeah, and please, I'm willing to do this if anyone is into an after-school program and would like me to come. I do this pro bono because it's really about exposing and giving students real experiences and getting them engaged in cybersecurity and technology. So if you're interested, please, you can see Mr. Feiner for my contact, or my contact is pmosely@paystudy.edu. I'll be more than happy to bring my drones, my robots, my sea perches, our equipment, and do this and help you launch this, because it's all about our youth and getting our youth up, because our cybersecurity defense for our nation is very, very weak. It's a real issue. So we need good cyber defense, and if we can do this, if our university can do this, I'm very happy to do it. So thank you again for your time. Thank you.
And thank you.
That's great. Thank you.